the revolutionary ankle lock system. An integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
First reaction to Chris Eubank Jrs. comments there at the press conference?
Just a plonker. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'm seeing something that other people can't see. I listened to that and I just thought, this is a guy that continuously tries to play the victim. He's moaning about stuff that, one, didn't even happen, two, he's within a contract that he signed up to. And, you know, I just felt like the mask slipping. I mean, the stuff about the ambulance was the wildest thing. And that will be retracted. I promise you that. The Robert Smith stuff, I'm listening to it going, this has just got fine written all over it. I mean, the accusations that Robert Smith allowed a set of gloves, they are gloves that are approved by the British Boxing Board of Control, that have been for years, that are used by dozens of fighters. And what you expect Robert Smith to not approve them because Chris Eubank's worried about a bit of horsehair in them, which everybody uses. You know, he was delayed to the stadium. I mean, can you imagine? He doesn't even know that in a situation with the paramedic and the board, there is a complete log of every single minute of what happens during that process, right? What does he think, that I go to the paramedics and the board and say, listen, mate, can you do me a favour? Can you delay the ambulance for 20 minutes so he can't go? It's absolute. And if you're not the brightest spark, you're listening to that shit, going, oh, that's terrible, they've done that. And I'm not having it. So that will be dealt with. You know, the fight is the fight. The fight is a thriller. The first fight was a fight of the year contender. And for me, you're going to get exactly the same next time, but we just need a little bit more smartness from Conor Benn. The heart's great, but don't be so reckless and wild when you can outbox this guy. And he's brought in Bomac, one of the best trainers in the world. What does that tell you?
What do you make of that?
Because he knows he's got to be better. If he's not better this time, he loses. And, you know, he's taking it seriously, and so he should. It's a real fight.
Eddie, a pretty scathing attack to Robert Smith as well. I mean, what do you make of that?
Listen, I'll tell you something now. The British Boxing Board of Control, for me, are one of the best commissions in the world. They have a horrendous job dealing with me, dealing with other promoters, dealing with their members. And Robert Smith is 1,000,000% fair every time and all about the best interest of boxing. What he has done up there is he's called Robert Smith a scumbag. He has said that they've basically tried to just like jeopardise his fight, allowed Conor Benn to use gloves that could... It's not up to Robert Smith about what he's got in his contract with Seller. It's up to Robert Smith to approve a set of gloves that are approved by the British Boxing Board of Control, which are those gloves. I mean, you know, we were stopped from coming in the stadium. I'm listening to it going, I can't actually believe what I'm hearing. And I liked it because not everyone will get it, but I believe a lot of people are listening to that. I mean, you know, I wanted to speak about specific things up there, and I hoped once I told him what I wanted to speak about, he would at least let me do that. He didn't have the decency to even let me do that. He ain't a nice kid, as far as I'm concerned.
Could that lead to, I mean, additional fines, licence being taken away?
I'm not the ball, but you can't say things like that. You know, and it's not even about, no, I'm speaking my truth. It's lies. That's the difference. I don't care. If I really went up to a paramedic, right, and the British Boxing Board of Control and went, mate, I know you've got to take him to hospital, but hang on 20 minutes so they're late. For fuck's sake. I mean, unless you've got no brain, you might be listening to that going, I can't believe Eddie Hearn's done that. And that's why I gave him the opportunity to say it again, because I couldn't believe what I was actually hearing. And he says, oh, what are you going to do, sue me? Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. Because you ain't accusing me and my company of things like that. Because I haven't worked, and my dad hasn't worked his whole life with a reputation in the sport that, by the way, for some reason you seem to think doesn't exist, for you to make up lies about our company, and that will be dealt with.
And you wanted to say some words about Ricky Hatton as well up there. I mean, just some words.
I just wanted to look. Yeah. I just feel like everybody should be talking about Ricky Hatton. You know, Conor was up there today, you know, wearing the shirt. This is a guy that was so important to British boxing, but this was also a guy that was one of the great characters and personalities of our industry, right? And I believe that we should all be talking about how great Ricky Hatton was. He should be remembered forever. And ultimately, like I said, he was a guy that was built pre-social media Imagine building that fan base from nothing. And how do you build that fan base? Because of the type of individual that you are. And there wasn't anyone that didn't feel sick to their stomachs on Sunday with the news. And I hope that he can be remembered forever. And may God bless Campbell and Matthew and the entire family, who can only imagine how they're feeling right now. So,
Eddie,
cheers, Eddie.
What does it do for Conor Benn's career trajectory?
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.